So right now it seems like every time you wake up, look at the news, look at the stock market, even check out cryptocurrency, you always hear the word recession.
Avoid a recession.
As you know, there's been a lot of new talk about the rising risk of a recession. Many seem to think it's not a question of if, but when.
Where do you peg the probability of a recession?
Right now, it's let's say by year end, I'd say about 50-50. It's pretty close.
And the average person really just want to know what is going on. How should I prepare myself? What is a recession? What causes a recession? And should I still invest my money? Should I take it out? And that is what you have me for. That's what I'm going to break down in this video. I'm going to break it down in my terms, so more simplistic. If you want to watch the data type of videos, there are tons of them online, but I'm going to break it down in my opinion exactly what's going on. But before I do break that down, I do need you guys to recess that like button, resuscitate it just in case the market keep on falling. I greatly appreciate it. And also leave a comment. Let me know, do you actually believe a recession is coming? And I actually got a gift for y'all in this video. So the best comment that I like within the next 24 hours, I will send you a Cash App. I'm not going to tell you the price. It could be $1, could be $100. I don't know. It could be some Bitcoin. Just have your Cash App account ready and you might receive something. So go ahead, press that like button and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. And for those that don't know, I am Lando, Success, your favorite motivational teacher. The goal is whenever you come to my page to leave knowing something that you didn't know before you came here. So the first thing is, what is a recession? They have it defined as a significant decline in general economic activity. So back in the day, they recognized it if you have over 2 quarters, so basically 6 months of an economic decline, and that was by the GDP. But the new updated version from the National Bureau of Economic Research, who's the one that actually get to term and tell everybody when it's a recession, they said their definition is a significant decline in economic activity spread across the economy lasting more than a few months. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but that sounds like the same definition. Y'all just took theirs, remixed it, and just said, we're going to term a recession. Now, here go my definition. It's very simple. Whenever you have a supply and demand issue, when the marketplace have a high demand, people want something and it's a low supply for it. Let's use some examples. Right now in the housing market, a lot of people wanted to buy a house last year, but what happened? You completely couldn't buy a house because everybody was fighting over. You had people throwing in naming their first kid. They said you can name their dog. We'll throw cryptocurrency in. It was doing anything to try to get a home. Remember when the pandemic started and everybody went running to the store for toilet paper? Not anything else. We just ran to the store for toilet paper and they couldn't make enough toilet paper to restock. And even if we go to food, have you been to a fast food restaurant lately? I went to Taco Bell. We don't have no black beans. I went to KFC. We don't have no chicken. You're KFC, how you don't have no chicken? And they raise prices because they like, yo, it's hard to get to certain type of chicken. So you go into certain restaurants, they say, yo, we raise prices like 50 cents because the demand is higher. And when the demand is higher, you have to increase prices. People not making enough money, and you can have a imbalance, and that can completely mess a lot of things up. So the next thing is what can actually cause a recession. The first thing we can say is war. Whenever you go through war, it's not a good thing for the economy, and unfortunately a lot of my young viewers, y'all get to see right now, as soon as we had the Russian and Ukraine type of situation, the market completely collapsed for a few days, few weeks, probably like a month or so, and we're trying to get things back in order. It's really a ripple effect because that can cause prices with gas. You see gas prices completely went up. Then you have other things such as like a national disaster where you had Hurricane Katrina, when the flood completely wiped out like half of the state and it took probably like a decade for them to fully recover. That's a strong economic problem for a whole state and really affected the whole country. So that can also form a recession. And then you have a lot of people wondering, why do everybody feel that we are heading towards a recession? Why we keep on hearing these terms? Now, I'm not going to go to the data and all type of research because there's tons of videos on it and you can see the data why they believe that. But in my opinion, we just have to add 2 + 2. Remember, equal 4, not 8. Let's look at the previous years. What happened when we had Trump in office? Everybody was making a lot of money. You can hate the guy, you can love the guy. Clayton Bigsby for president, but that's something completely different. Trump was completely making it rain. We first had the stimulus checks. I think we got 3 stimulus checks, probably 2 under Trump, one under Biden. Then we had the PP loans. Everybody and their mama was running up the PP loans. Then you had the business loans that they was giving out. And then on top of that, you had the unemployment. People was making more money on unemployment than they were at their jobs. So that's a strong imbalance, and that's just a little dab of what was going on. When you do that, then remember last year and some years before, the housing market was low, so they was giving out loans for 1%, 1.6% interest rates. So it really just was a shit show if you completely ask me, such as pumping money into the market. It's kind of like a balloon. If you keep on pumping air into it, what's going to happen? It's going to get bigger and it's going to get bigger. Then it's going to completely pop. And everybody is starting to see the results of pumping so much money into the market. First, we had the job situation where people didn't want to go back to work because they was making more money with unemployment. They had gig jobs. They had other ways to make money. Then we had the pandemic where that completely flip the whole market on how we do business, how we interact with people. And fast forward to now, you see the housing market where a year ago the rates was low as possible, but now they're over 5%, the highest has been in over a decade. That's because they're trying to basically balance. Really, the best way to break it down, right? Whenever you have low interest rates, people can borrow money and let's say flip it to build businesses, right? You can help the economy grow. When you have high interest rates, they're basically trying to slow everything down and slow businesses and slow the economy down. That's what they are doing right now actively, is raising interest rates so we can stop spending so much money. And they are completely going about it wrong. And at this point, everybody's just adding up simple math, which equals a recession is coming. Now, we don't know if it's going to happen this year or this month. Sometimes you can be in a recession and not necessarily know that you're in a recession, or it can actually happen a year from now. Kind of crazy. Now, when was the last recession? It was the Great Depression, and I believe it lasted from 2007 to 2009. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm about to paint a picture of exactly what was happening. So it's a small version of last year when everybody was running up the PPP loans, business and money going everywhere. So imagine that, but in real estate. When I was probably like 20 years old, banks was giving out loans to literally anybody to buy homes. I was 20 years old and I completely got into real estate. I got scammed because the hood thing was, man, if you want to make a quick $10,000, $30,000, all you got to do is get this loan, get this crib, and you basically going to make a lot of money. When you're younger, you just like, yo, hold on, $20,000, $30,000. You are about to completely run it up. So I was a part of, I actually bought a Section 8 home at the age of 20, and I had friends that was making over 6 figures off of buying 3 different homes. Like, yo, we'll give you $30,000 for this home, $30,000 for this home. And it completely crashed the market and went bad because you had the scammers and stuff. They figured out how to, as long as you got a decent credit score, we about to get you a home. So just everybody completely buying homes, it crashed the market bad. Like literally the home I'm in now, I got this in 2010, and right now the home value is 3 times what I got back then. And that is a segue into the last part. What should you do in case it is a recession or anything happen? What most people are not talking about is times basically change of how we make money, how we interact, how things go with the economy now. So for example, back then when a recession or whatever happened, people lost jobs, people was broke, and people were struggling. Now you can lose your job today and make more money outside or by yourself, just literally doing a gig job. Just imagine right now. See, that's why I love my channel. I just don't talk about one thing. First thing on my channel, for the new people, I teach you 3 things. The first way is always how to make money. Long as you have a car, long as you have a decent license, long as you got a hustle, I can always show people how to make money. Whether it's with Grubhub, Uber Eats, Dip, Instacart. It's so many different ways that you can literally go out and make $100 today. Back then you didn't have that, so it's going to be hard to economically handicap people because we have hustles now. The second thing is technology is so advanced, no matter what type of recession we have, people are going to create businesses to take advantage of it. So like when we had the pandemic, you had like Teledoc. It's like, yo, instead of people coming to the doctor, you can do a Zoom call with the doctor and the stock completely went up. And I just think with technology, they are going to adapt with it. And my advice to you is literally make as much money as you can, because I prefer us to go into a recession, because that is when all the millionaires are made. Years ago, if you went downtown Detroit, it wasn't nothing like it is today. Now you got businesses, bars, and everything going on, and they did genderfy the hell out of it, but that's a whole different video and a whole different story. But you see, when the market was crashing, all those investors was buying all that stuff. They didn't get a return on their money probably till a decade later. Look how long I had my home. Now it's 3 times more. So if you can buy homes, completely do it. The stock market. Let's talk about the stock market. Back when we had a recession from 2007 to 2009, the stock market in 2008 dropped down 33%. That is called a clue in a buying opportunity. So imagine if you was buying in on strong companies and strong stocks, you would be 10 times ahead where you at now, because we all know the way America is going to stay adapting and evolving of what's going on, and the market overall is going to keep going up. So my advice is get in stock market, invest, get in crypto, invest, and find ways to make as much money as you can and buy everything like it is monopoly. And let's completely, fully take advantage of it. I appreciate all you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't done it already, press that like button, press the subscribe button, and in the comments, or actually in the description, I have ways you can make some free money. I have gig job hustles. I have crypto links. I have links to get you some free stock. So definitely check it out. I appreciate you guys. And remember, I am giving away some Cash App money. It depends on the best comment. So we will see who actually win it within the next 24 hours after I drop the video. Talk to you guys later. I'm Lando Says, and I'm out.
Black boy, you can fly. Black rose, black rose. Black rose, black rose, black rose in the sky. Black rose.